we proceed, we would just like to get to hear from you all. Let's get to hear or know where you're joining us from, basically, right? So we want to know you briefly before we proceed, right? We want to know those who are joining us. So if you're joining us from Nigeria, if you're joining us from US, from UK, you can just let us know in the chat box, right? So of course, you know what this session is all about. It's the Ask Me Anything session. So on this call, we're going to be having Gbemisola Ojo, who is going to be answering all of your questions with regards to transitioning into tech. So if you have any question at all, please do well to, drop your question in the link that will be sent to the chat box very shortly. All right, thank you. I can see some of our responses already. Thank you, thank you. Omom is joining from Nigeria. Great, great, great. So one thing I would like you to also do for us, let us know if you are planning to transition into tech, right? Some of us might be here maybe to just get information for our friends, for our family. So it would be great to know if you are the person transitioning into tech or you just want to get some information ahead of time and all of that. So, okay, we have Daniel as well. He's joining from Nigeria. Amazing, amazing. Okay, we have Maldini from Cameroon. Amazing. Thank you. So what you can do for us is to let us know if you're planning to transition as well so that we can know how to take your question. So like we said, ask me anything question. So session rather, if you have any question with regards to your tech transitioning journey, maybe you're new to tech and you're just worried that will this be for me? Is this something that I can do? Right? Some of us might have background in biology, in medicine and all of that. Do not worry, we are here to answer all of that question. So please feel free to ask any question with regards to you transitioning into tech. That's why we're here this evening and we're going to be taking those questions tonight. So like I said, it's not going to be, we're not going to take so much of your time. So we're going to be as brief as possible, right? Because we know that it's been a long day for some of us. All right, so yes, we already have in the chat box, thank you. We already have in the chat box the link for us to send in our questions. Please note that we would not be taking any questions from this chat box, right? So any question that you have, kindly just click on the link and put in your questions there. So we will be able to take it. It's just so that everything can be well organized and we don't miss out on any of your questions. So with this, we can be able to get all the questions that you've asked us. All right, so I think we have some more people saying, okay, Emmanuel is from Nigeria, is looking forward to transition into tech. Amazing. Thank you, Emmanuel. Omomi, what about you? I'm here to hear from you. Are you transitioning into tech? Paul, let's get to hear from you. Maldine, let's get to hear from you as well. Ellen, let's get to know if you plan to transition into tech. Okay, so while we do that, I know some of us, perhaps you still have friends and family who should be on this call, but they are yet to join us. Please, 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 kindly send them this invite to join us this evening, right? Please do not let them miss out on this opportunity. Do not let them miss out on this kind of opportunity. So please get your friends, get your family to join this call. I think we have the link already. Thank you, admin. We have the link already in the chat box. So please just share this with your contact, your network. Let's get as many people as possible to join this call this evening. Some of us are, I think most of our network can be on maybe Twitter, X, Instagram, LinkedIn. So you can just put it there, put it out there for us and get people to join the call. All right, we know that it's going to be a great time and we don't want you to be the one enjoying, be the only person enjoying this. All right, so please and please kindly help us do that. The link has been posted in the chat box already. So it would be great to have many people join this call. All right, so admin says yes, transitioning into tech. Admin, what's your name? What's your name and where are you joining us from? Okay, Ellen, okay, I get that. All right, so very quickly, while we'll do that, for those who are just joining us, I know some people are still joining us. So please, like I said, kindly use the link in the chat box to ask your questions. If you have any question, please use the Slido link that has been posted in the chat box to ask your question. So all you need to do is just to click on that link and it will take you to where we have our questions and answer. You get to see people's question as well. So there's no wrong question, there's no right question. We're here to answer all the questions that you may have with regards to transitioning into tech. And so that's what we're going to be doing tonight. And right about now, I am going to be handing over to Gbemi to take over from here.
Thanks a lot, Ife. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you again. Some of you are meeting for the first time. Some of you we've met before. In any case, you are most welcome. Today, just like Ife has said, is basically just to answer all your questions about transitioning into tech. So I'm just going to go right in. I welcome everyone. We've seen your introductions. We've seen where you're from. And it's always excited for you to spend time with us. Just like Ife has promised, it's a very short session. We go straight to the point. We compile questions that are similar, and then we give you exactly what you need to transition. Okay, so all questions should be on Slido, please. And we'll take it from there. Someone is asking, can a cloud certification be used to apply for immigration to countries like Canada, UK, or you still need a degree? So my answer to your question is a lot of companies and organizations in the advanced world, what they are really after is your skill set. And your skill set is actually even beyond your certification. The same way, your skill set is beyond your academic certification. So you can have a BSc in chemical engineering and not be good at chemical engineering in itself. So what I would say is that what you need is to have the skills. You need to have the skills that those countries are looking for. UK, for example, they're looking for highly skilled workers. When you put in your Canada application, they're asking, what are your skill sets? Do you have a master's degree? All of those things are counting to the points, right, that they will use to grade whether you can go into those countries or not. So you want to make sure that you're good, you're skilled at something very practical that that country needs. UK, you can be rest assured, like if you're looking into the world of tech and cloud computing, it's part of the skills that are considered skills that are in high demand, skills that are required, right? That they're constantly looking for people to come into. So you can actually use your cloud certification in addition to quality skills in cloud computing, relevant work experience, and then that gives you an edge in your application. Okay. So someone is asking, to what extent do you recommend cloud computing compared to skills like ethical hacking and coding, and how in demand is cloud computing? Cloud computing is in high demand. If you're probably just hearing me for the first time, but I talk about this all the time, right? 95% of workloads are going to be moved fully to the cloud. By most organizations are going to be moving 95% of their workload by 2028, right? And we're beginning to see a lot of this happening with so many organizations. People are beginning to understand the value of cloud computing and they're investing in it, right? This is the world I've been in for the last 6+ years, and I've seen how the industry has really changed. People were really reluctant to cloud computing at the beginning. They were worried about safety, about many things, right? But haven't seen how the world has changed, which I talk about. It really peaked at the height of the pandemic, right? A lot of organizations have seen that we can't rule out things like remote working anymore. We can't rule out things like hybrid working anymore. We can't continue to maintain our servers by ourselves. We'd rather move our systems to the cloud, or parts of our systems to the cloud, and then we're able to access all the benefits of the cloud. So it will still be in high demand, and we highly recommend it. And I'll encourage you to watch the last masterclass that we did on cloud. Our Cloudboosta is on our YouTube channel, where I talked about, how much cloud computing will continue to be relevant, even when we have skills like machine learning, AI, and all those new buzzwords that are coming in the world of tech. Okay. So someone is saying, I'm an animal production technician. Is it possible for me to transition? And how would it look like? So again, this is a question we get a lot of times, regardless of your background, right? And we've seen this is what we do at Cloudboosta. Regardless of your background, as long as you're ready, you're willing to put in the effort, you're ready to go on that journey, you can transition. What your degree has done for you is that it has given you sufficient skills, right? It has given you the ability to be able to work in a team. It has shown you how to be tenacious, how to stay through with something, how to solve problems. All of those things have happened and has led you to become an animal production technician right now, right? And for everybody else that is listening, whatever subject you have studied. I studied mechanical engineering at university, nothing related. In fact, my lowest grade in school was actually Fortran programming, which, I mean, that's the closest we did to programming in my university, right? And which it was something that was completely off my radar. But haven't seen how the world has changed, which is what I tell people. You can't hold on to that degree anymore, because as prestigious as that degree sounds, maybe you studied dentistry, pharmacy, and whatever it is, animal science, and all of these degrees that are really, really sounding cool. But if you look at the trajectory of that course and you see that that's a degree that it will no longer be in high demand again, then you want to position yourself. These are things that they don't tell us at university. You want to position yourself in such a way that you would always be relevant. So do your research, right? Most times when we come here, every time when we come here, we're telling you data-driven, information, which you can check yourself online. Check top 10 skills that will continue to be in high demand in the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You would always see cloud computing and DevOps, right? There are other skills as well, which I always talk about. I tell you the reason why I still recommend cloud computing, even in the midst of all of that, because cloud is like the foundation. Even when we talk about data still being relevant, data needs to flow on something. Data will not be in isolation, right? It needs to be housed somewhere, and cloud is that infrastructure. So, whatever your background is, we've seen people do it. People have come into Cloudboosta with zero knowledge, from nursing, dentistry. You can go on LinkedIn and just check Cloudboosta, see graduates, people that have worked with us at Cloudboosta, see what they were studying before, what they were doing before, and where they are right now. So it's something that is tested and trusted. People have done it. And for me, I just always feel like once I have an example of someone that has done something, right? Because most people have, it may be daunting when we say be that trailblazer, I'll be the first person, but it's easier when we say these people have done it, you can also do it, right? So in any case, you can transition. What do you need? You need dedication. You need to be committed. You need to sign up to a program that would help you. And that's exactly what we do at Cloudboosta. Okay, please keep your questions coming. I'm taking everything, and I'll make sure that, So someone is saying, hi, Gbemi, I just wanted to ask for it. If, for instance, I take part in this course, what position would one be able to apply for? That's a good question. So someone is saying, is this senior roles or junior roles? So what we recommend is that it's usually between junior and middle roles, right? Although we've had some rare cases where people have gone into senior roles from cloud computing, but we usually tell you the baseline, what you will be able to do. You would definitely be able to get into a junior cloud DevOps engineer role, depending on how much you push yourself and how much learnings you acquire, how much projects you do, it's just the same way. It's just the same way we all do bachelor's degree, right? At the end of the day, do you know that there are some people that get PhD immediately after their bachelor's degree, and some people, especially in America, it's very popular. There are some people that we did bachelor's together, and immediately they finished, they just got into their PhD, right? We did exactly the same program, and that's how I would describe this to you as well. So baseline, of course, you should be able to get a master's degree after your BSc. Baseline, you should be able to get at least a junior cloud DevOps engineer role, right? You should be able to get a junior cloud platform engineer role. You should be able to get an entry-level role that is specific, right, into the world of DevOps immediately after the training. But depending on how much you push yourself, you can get something higher. So we've had cases where somebody has gotten, a mid-level role even after her cloud training with us. So, but you will be able to get into a junior cloud engineer role. And the minimum salary for that, like I always say, ranges from 35,000 to 45,000 pounds annually. Okay, so you're in a good place and you're having a very good head start to your career. Of course, the career project should continue to go higher. Some people are saying, how much is the training? Is there a job guarantee? What is the cost and duration of the training? I'm just taking similar ones. What is the cost and duration of the training? How much is the training? And is there a job guarantee? When is the registration deadline? Okay. I've answered the question of what's the average salary in the UK, but the average salary for cloud DevOps engineers generally is usually 60K to 80K. That's depending on what level you are, but entry level, you can expect between 35 and 45,000. How much is the training? Is there a job guarantee? How much and how long will it take to finish the course? So I'm taking all those questions together. So question is how much, job guarantee, duration, registration deadline. So let me tell you what we do at Cloudboosta, right? So what we do is basically we take you from where you are on your cloud computing journey into becoming a cloud DevOps professional, a competent cloud DevOps professional that can actually do the job. So duration of the training is 18 weeks. It's fully virtual. You don't need to join in any physical location. You join us on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. UK time. You have to convert that to your time zone. People join from America, Australia, Canada, Ghana, Nigeria, from all around the world, but we work with UK time, okay? So it's just sacrifice for that 18 weeks. You probably have to wake up early if you're in America, to join us, okay? So you're with us for an 18-week period. And then we teach you from scratch. And that's what we say a lot about our training. You don't need to have a background, but we need people that are serious and are ready to go on that journey, right? These are the people we're looking for, because if you're already ready to go on the journey and you're serious enough, it's going to affect how you approach the training, right? So people that are ready to go on that journey, that this is what you want to do. And even sometimes we tell people, even if you're not sure, right, you want to still make progress. This is a new year. You don't want the year to just go by without adding to you. You cannot. I remember one of our alumni said that, see, you cannot lose by joining Cloudboosta, because it's either you win or you win. You've gained new skills. Now you have options, right? In addition to other things you consider, even if you feel like I'm still not sure, but you're moving forward. You're not the same person that started the training. So you're in a win-win situation, basically. So you're with us for 18 weeks, and then we teach you. The way our course works is that it's not just theoretical training, because I understand how you could actually pass through an educational system and then you get a degree and you're probably not even sure what you can do because of how the curriculum has been built. So our curriculum is industry driven, right? I'm a cloud DevOps manager working at PwC UK, Big Four consulting firm, right? These are tools that I'm exposed to on a daily basis. And that's what I've done even in my previous jobs with Accenture, Capital One, and other companies I've worked with. So people that come to teach you at Cloudboosta are people that are skilled. They have cloud computing skills. This is what they do, right? That's something some of us struggle with at university. You have lecturers that are teaching that are completely distant from the industry world, and it just looks like a lot of theory. But that's not going to happen, because you have people who are already working in those roles coming to teach you on Saturdays. So that's how it works, and then our classes are an infusion of theory and practical, right? So you don't have a situation where you're only learning theory, where you don't know how you can apply what you're doing. It's practically impossible to be in a situation like that, right? You are in a situation where you're learning both practical and theory together. As we're teaching you theoretical concept, for example, we're teaching you how to access the cloud. You are accessing the cloud on that same day. You're building solutions related to that topic on that same day, right? That's how it works. And then we have an infusion of that. And then, of course, at the end of your training, we're also not leaving you alone. During your training, you would have, I'm giving you all these details so that you know exactly what you're what you're investing into. It's not an ordinary program where we'll just teach and it will just go away. So I've talked about the fact that you're exposed to industry experts in the field, you're being taught, you're taught theory and practical. The curriculum is industry driven. We have people who are going to support you in class, right? So no matter how large the class is, we'll always divide you into a group of 5 to 7 people when it's time for practical. And we're asking you, share your screen, let's see what you're doing. And our labs are the practical aspect of the work, where we're showing you step-by-step guide on how to build solutions on the cloud. And if you get stuck, you can ask us questions, right? Can ask us questions during the week. All of these things have been factored in. And of course, during the course of your training, we train you for job as well, because at the end of the day, you're learning these things so that you can get a good job, right? It's not just for another head knowledge. Oh, some of us know so many things already. How much money are we making out of it? So you want to be in a position where you're learning and then you're able to apply those skills to get a job. So basically we have job readiness sessions where we actually teach you how you can use the skills that you're gaining, put it together in your CV, your LinkedIn profile, begin to apply for jobs, and then we run interview simulation sessions, we review your CV. We do all of that just to ensure that you get a job after the training. And of course, we also have projects that you work on. apart from the fact that everything you're doing all through your program are industry relevant, we also have 2 projects, right? First time project, second time project, where you're going to work with a team and then you're going to be building solutions on the cloud. So for all of that, our training is £3,000. But if you stay till the end, I'll give you a special offer that is going to end tomorrow. So our training is £3,000, highly discounted, highly, I mean, come on. For all of that, you're getting a lot more value. So that's the cost of our training, but stay with me till the end, and then you get a exciting offer for you that joined the session today. Okay, so I've covered training duration. After the training, some of you asked the question, we have partnerships with recruitment agencies already, right, who are going to help you to get a job. But we always tell people there are certain criteria for that. It's people that have met our own criteria, our own minimum criteria for you to be able to finish training. Because some people will not take it seriously, as you know, but that's not you, right? You that are listening to me, you're definitely going to take it seriously. So we have criteria for helping people. And of course, we give you all the tools that you need for you to source your job by yourself. And then we also have a very powerful and online community. Continue to be with us. And, you can definitely we continue to support you with projects and, job applications and things like that. Okay. So I hope I've answered the question. Registration deadline, class is actually starting on Saturday. So we need you to actually let us know within the next 24 hours if you're joining us. Okay. So I've covered all questions around. I would like to learn the skill. We would like to teach you as well. So please join us. That's somebody's question. Will Cloudboosta give a reference when applying for jobs? Yes. That's one of the benefits of training with us. So having relevant work experience is always an issue. Exactly. I like that because I'm sure you understand exactly. Maybe you've been in the shoe, someone that is asking that question. That's one of the leverage we give you because we're a registered business in the UK. All what you've done with us, all what I just spoke about, your 18 weeks time with Cloudboosta is literally work experience. So we give you reference, and that has helped so many people. So we basically give you reference, and then you can, it's basically like you have worked with us because we know you, we've put you in a group, you've done your group project, we have evidence of things that you have done while you're with us at Cloudboosta. So recruiters trust us based on that. It helps people because just like you said, indeed, that first job can be a problem. So we give you that leverage and then you're able to, and luckily we already have our credibility based on our track record, our graduates, what they're doing now. Some people have graduated 2-3 years ago. They're doing really well in their career. So all of those details, and why in the world of online, all those things I'm saying, you can check LinkedIn, you can check online, you can check all of these things, right? What people are saying, you can check our YouTube channel, see testimonials of what people are saying about the training. So these are things that recruiters will check. Who is Cloudboosta? What are they doing? For those that know us already, of course. So you can leverage that brand, to get your job. So we will give you reference, okay? So please begin to sign up if you're interested based on what I've said so far. The link to sign up is going to be in the chat box, right? Reach out to any of our program advisors and we'll get you enrolled before June, before middle of this year. Imagine you just being able to, actually do things that you've not been able to do before. You're able to build solutions on the cloud. You've done your certification and you're now in a role. Imagine being able to land your dream job before the end of this year. I always talk about this. Some of you, your visas are about to expire, right? If you're based in the UK, you want something that will give you an opportunity to actually be able to stay back and do more because you're made for more. There is more. Some of you are in jobs where you feel like, man, this is underemployment. I always talk about that as well, right? So definitely reach out to us, reach out to any of our program advisors. So I've covered that. So yes, I have no idea what cloud is all about, how and where do I start from. Really interested in transitioning. How much is it? We're here for you. You are the people that we're looking for, so definitely reach out to any of our program advisors. We'll definitely be in touch with you. Our training is £3,000 only, but I have an offer for you at the end. So just chill with me till I get to the fun part of this. So people are asking how much, and I've covered that already. You mentioned AWS certification in your X space. Yes, will Cloudboosta cater for that after the course? So basically, what we give you your AWS certification preparation materials, right? We give you the materials so that you can apply. We give you all the guidelines and all of that, and we tell you exactly the certification that you're going to take, but it's not included in, especially it's not included in discounted rate, right? If you want to pay that, that's your certification cost as you're paying for the training, you feel free to do that, but we leave it to people to actually, make that payment. Is $150, about £120 for the certification, right? So you can always do that. So Yeah, but all your preparation materials will give you for free, right? Which is in addition to our training. Because see, one thing we're trying to balance at Cloudboosta is that you getting sufficient hands-on experience, right? Which will help you get the job, and you preparing for your certification. So for your certification, we know that there are many resources online. So we're not even going to say, oh, we're the ones that have all the resources you need. So we actually use external resources in addition to what we teach you, so that you can prepare for your certification. That way, we focus our energy on the difficult part, which is you having the hands-on skills, you being able to build solutions on the cloud. Those are the things that we monitor. Those are the things that we grade you for, right? We put you in a group so that we observe you. We want to be able to talk about you and say, we know this, we know Kemi, she can do the job, right? We want to be able to prepare you for interviews and all of that. So while you're preparing for your certification, which would prepare you for with materials, right? Our focus is hands-on. You need to know cloud computing to get that job, right? So that's how we balance both, and that's why we work with the model that we do. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Could you please tell me what is necessary to have in place after completing the course? Basically, we want you to do what we have told you to do during the course. That's what you need. Because we give you all the information you need. Your end goal is to get a job, right? You want to be able to get a job. So all the things that you need to get your job, we are going to give you that information. So what do you need to put in place after your training is to be ready to do. Like, don't be hearers of the word alone, be doers of it. That's what we need. We need just to say, okay, they've taught me how to put my CV together. I will put my CV together. They've told me to book an interview simulation session. I'm going to do that, right? So basically taking the step. They told me to work on more projects, keep working on projects. I'm going to keep building my portfolio. I'm going to keep applying for jobs. I won't care about the number of rejections, right? I will keep applying. I'll keep going. That's what we need from you after the training, okay? And that's what helps people to succeed. So we're looking forward to having you on board, okay? I also want to know if there's physical class so I could practice all I've learned on the course and what I can call myself after the training. So there's no physical class, but like I said, it's virtual classes that you will join, right? It's virtual classes that you will join. You will join virtual classes, which is similar to your physical classes. Anyway, we just want to be able to cater for people from all around the world. We're in a world of remote working, so we don't need to have a physical space to actually cater to your needs. So it's fully virtual. And of course, you can call yourself a cloud DevOps engineer even while you're doing your training with us and when you finish with us, okay? So that's what you will be called. But you want to be confident enough to defend that position. And that's in you putting in the work, you being sure that you understand everything that you've been taught, right? And you're ready to get your dream job after working with us, okay? Which cloud training will we get from Cloudboosta, as multiple cloud technologies are there? That's a good question as well. So in the world of cloud, the major public cloud providers are AWS, Amazon, AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. So we, particularly in Cloudboosta, we teach you AWS. And the reason for that is because AWS has more services than other cloud. And we know that once you know AWS, you can easily learn the other ones as well. I mean, I've had masterclasses where I've gone into details of what I'm summarizing today, but today is a casual session, so I don't want to start pulling up slides and data, right? But I will talk from there. So when you know AWS, it's easy for you to learn other cloud providers, right? We have people who have done our AWS training and then they've ended up getting a Microsoft Azure job, right? And that's what they've been doing. So the key thing is for you to understand the concept behind cloud computing. And what we use to demystify that for you is Amazon Web Services, okay? And then also, for DevOps, so we teach you a fusion of cloud computing and DevOps. And in terms of DevOps skills, these are the tools that you're going to be exposed to, apart from being able to build solutions on Amazon Web Services, which I just spoke about. You're also going to be able to use DevOps tools like for configuration management, you're going to learn a tool called Ansible. You don't need to have known it before the class. We teach you from scratch. For automation, you're going to learn a tool called Jenkins. Other companies use what they call Circle CI, right? But we teach you Jenkins because it's in more demand, particularly in the Western world. All the tools we teach you are, again, data-driven. What are recruiters looking for, right? But it doesn't mean that you're limited, because again, I'm saying we're teaching you automation using Jenkins. Once you have learned automation and you've used Jenkins to do it, You can, if you go to an organization and what they're using for their automation is Circle CI, you will be able to relate to it because you already have the right foundation. So a very, very, it's like, because what we do at Cloudboosta, we're like midwives, right? So it's that the early days, that you shifting from where you are right now into the world of cloud computing, I believe is the most critical. And we know how to do that very well. We've been doing this for many years. And that's why we want you to enroll in our training, right? Because we will help you. We've helped many people, and you're the next set of people we want to help, right? So that shift, that initial shift is difficult. So you need to have the right foundation so you don't struggle in your career. And that's what we'll do for you. So for version control tools, there are many of them out there, but we teach you GitHub. Again, is the most popular. If you use GitHub with us, you can learn other ones as you go along in your journey. You can learn GitLab and all of that. For infrastructure as code, we teach you what we call Terraform and CloudFormation. Again, there are other tools, but those are the ones you focus on. Knowing that gives you a rough foundation. For containerization, we teach you Docker. For container management, we teach you Kubernetes, right? There are other tools like OpenShift, Docker Swarm, and all of that. But we teach you, again, we can't see. If you go online, right, and you ask, what do I need to become a cloud DevOps engineer, you will see so many things. And at the end of the day, it's valuable that there's a lot of information online, but it's also destructive in the sense that you get confused. You don't know where to start from. And that's why people enroll for Cloudboosta, because they tell you that we give you a structure and a pathway, a sure pathway that will take you from where you are right now to where you need to be. You don't need everything. AWS has over 200 services. You can't learn all the services, but do you know what services you need to get your first job? That's what we will give you, right? Even when we teach you the services you need, what do you need to know about those services to get your first job? You don't need everything. You can't learn everything. You can't learn everything, but you need this information. So that structure, that pathway is what we have created, and that's what we're exposing you to. And then that becomes the foundation for you to now learn other things. So now you've been exposed to the world of AWS. You know how to, you can go to that AWS and begin to learn more services beyond what we have covered in your curriculum. But you can be rest assured that what you know so far will get to your first job, okay? So that's where we come in, and that's how we really, really are able to help you land the job opportunity that you so desire, okay? So I'm just gonna, any idea how one can secure sponsorship currently? Yes, you secure sponsorship when a company considers that you're valuable enough to sponsor your visa. And how do you become valuable? By adding to your skills, by being very skillful. I have been on sponsorship on, especially the first 5 years of my career in the UK, because of course I didn't have a visa. I came to the UK at a point where, you know, I always say this, and it's the truth. Ask anybody that came to do their master's in the UK in 2016, and you can check my LinkedIn profile. There was nothing like post-study student visa. There was nothing like that. I literally had 4 months after my master's to get a job. My entire visa period was about 16 months in total. So it was a whole lot, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was able to get a job, but it was at the nick of time. They literally had to sponsor my visa last, but I had to demonstrate value for a company to do like super accelerated visa for me and all of that to get a job. Now you have 2 years. You can learn a skill, you can take your time and all of. So we have people who have been able to get sponsorship because they've been able to learn the right skills. They've learned cloud computing with us. They've been able to get a job. Another trick, which I always tell people about, and you're here, it's good you're here because you can learn the trick. Another beautiful thing is that even on your student visa, you know what? Some people are able to get jobs, and then the companies are like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to sponsor you and all of that. But the fact that you've been able to get a job, you've entered into the organization, now you have the opportunity to prove yourself. So 2 months down the line in the company, you're wowing them, they're happy with you and all of that. They change their minds and they sponsor your visa. And this is a case I've seen many times. They sponsor you either at the point of entry or while you're there, you've impressed them enough and they sponsor you. I know companies that have had to get a sponsorship visa so that they can sponsor you because they were happy with your work. And this thing is a fusion of skills and attitude. It's not so much about how good you are. You need to be good, right, to get that job. But if you also have the right attitude, you see that this girl, she shows up early at work. And we talk about it a lot at Cloudboosta because you need to have the right technical skills and soft skills as well. You need to be somebody that the organization wants to sponsor. So your attitude matters. No matter how good you are, if you have the wrong attitude, nobody will want to work with you, because especially in the UK here, they're very culture focused. So if you're able to prove to them that they can say this girl, her skills are average, but man, she always shows up at work. She always, I mean, I've gotten awards at work simply because I decided to attempt something that nobody else was willing to attempt. Right. And eventually, to the glory of God, it went well. Sometimes, even if it doesn't go well, I remember one of the feedback that one of my bosses gave me one time, was like, Gbemi has a super can-do attitude. Even if I just believe it can be done. I don't know. That's my mindset, and that's the mindset I want you to have. As far as I'm concerned, nothing is beyond your understanding. You're a human being. You're a human being, though. You have a brain. There's nothing that is beyond your understanding. There's nothing you cannot figure out. There's a book that I talk about all the time. Nothing is unfigureoutable or something. That's the name of the book. You actually need to have a mindset that, and it's the truth. Because whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. So it's about what you think, and all that change of mindset, change of perspective, that's what you will be exposed to on your journey with us, because we will keep telling you that you can do it. Thank you for helping me find the name of the book, so you can figure out anything. So let me go quickly, because we're about to wrap up. Will students still have training to access to training material after 18 weeks? Yes, you will, for about at least a year. And that's another good thing we do. And all of this, we're not charging you extra. It's all embedded in your cost. Yes, installment payment plan is available. You can pay up to 3 times, and just speak to us. Reach out to one of our program advisors. We'll tell you what the installment plan is and your minimum, entry, your minimum, how much you need to pay before you can be a part of training. But we factored all that in. Okay, when is the next training starting? Maybe sometime around April, May. We'll let you know. But as much as possible, if you can start now, why not? So that by June you're all set. Okay, must I have a degree to join the course? No, we don't care about that. Like, you don't need to. We just need people who are ready and willing. Are students allowed to reach out for support during the week, or it's just Saturday class? That's another beautiful thing about Cloudboosta. We are there for you. We actually put you in a group where at any point in time you can ask your questions, because we know that you'll be working on these tools, right? And of course, while you're working on it, you might get stuck, and that's what differentiates us from just watching a video online. So there's a platform where you can ask your questions, and during our own, we tell you the hours where we respond to you, but as much as possible, we tell students to interact. So another student may have an answer to your question, and we have a dedicated time where we respond to your questions. Okay, so that is available. And then we also have what we call drop-in sessions, where you can, if you want to, you can book a call with us during the week, and we can help you, because sometimes solving problems on chat may not really be. So you can join us on a call, right? These are things that we want to take advantage of. You can see. You can do this thing. You just need to be set in the right context. And that's what we've created at Cloudboosta. So you can reach out to us. So I'm not UK based. How do I benefit from job reference? Yes, of course you can still, because you've worked with us remotely. We're a UK based organization. So you can always add that to your CV. Or can I possibly get a job that can help me relocate to the UK? Yes, that has happened to people as well. They've been able to get jobs that have helped them to relocate to the UK. Okay, so we would really like to have testimonials of people that have gone ahead. Oh, that means this is your first time of joining. So I can tell you the story of Bukola, for example. You can check her on LinkedIn. She studied dentistry, right? Came to us at Cloudboosta. We helped her to transition into technology. And right now she's working with, she's working as a cloud DevOps engineer. She's been on that job for about over a year now. We have Omolara, who studied English at university. She was able to transition successfully. She's working with BJSS as a cloud platform engineer. You can check all these names. Just Google their first name and Cloudboosta. You see it on their LinkedIn profile. We have Olumide as well, he had a background in engineering, did our training, got certified, got a job. Again, he's working as a cloud DevOps engineer for a while now. We have Benga as well, Cloudboosta, working in NHS right now as a cloud data engineer, right? He had a background in data, and then he was unable to get a job, did a training in cloud DevOps engineer, and then he was able to land a job opportunity. So we have people all over like that. We have Sandra, finished with us at Cloudboosta. Her background was in business administration, in business studies, right? For her master's degree, she did her training. She got a job as a junior solutions architect. She's working for over a year. We have Adiola. Like, just check their names on maybe we can put a link to their profiles. Some of them have spoken at our webinars as well. Their testimonials, you can check our YouTube channel. You will see testimonials of all these people. I mean, Adiola wasn't in work for a while, and she was able to, she took a career break, focused on her family, and now she was able to transition again with us, and she's even changed job again. We have Tosin, who was in Nigeria when she started with us at Cloudboosta, got a job in the UK. So we have all these testimonials all over, right? And I hope that encourages you. Can the discount be extended? Stay till the end. I have an offer for you for those asking for the extension of our discount, okay? When asked by a company, how do you get our company to cloud as a cloud engineer? When asked by a company, how can you get our company to the cloud as a cloud engineer and not a cloud architect? Please, you have to send that question again. That question isn't clear, and I hope I can quickly do that before the session ends, because again, we don't want to take too much of your time. Please, what is guaranteed that you get a job after the train, like percentage-wise, is totally on you. I just gave you examples of people who have done it, right? So for this, if you follow every single thing that we tell you, we give you everything you need to get a job. That ability to now going ahead to do everything I've said, right, is totally dependent on you. So it's partnership between both parties. We do our job in terms of supplying you the information, holding your hand, guiding you, and then you have to take what we teach you, right, and then use it. So it is dependent on you, and we'll continue to share with you people who have done everything that we've said and they've gotten jobs, right? As you can know, in every class, there are always people who they probably along the way motivation reduced and all of that, but we just want to make sure that you are part of the percentage of people who end up staying through and doing everything we said. So it is totally dependent on you and how you have been able to take the training. So that one, I'm going to put it on you, but you can be rest assured that everything that we give you is sufficient. 100%, everything we've given you is sufficient for you to get that dream job that you want. So I just need you to work with us and be able to, land that job that you want, okay? Someone is asking, will 18 weeks really be enough for me to transition? I'm coming from Zero Tech Experience. I like that question as well, right? Our training is 18 weeks. So you're coming from zero. Now, how you maximize that 18 weeks is now dependent on many factors. During your 18 weeks, we expect that during the week, you're putting in extra time, right? You're putting in extra time, you're doing the assignments we're giving you and all of that. Some people find that during that 18 weeks, they are so busy with other things, they're not able to put in everything. Some people find that, you know what, that 18 weeks, they're completely free and they maximize that period. People's results, people's results is usually dependent on many factors. Like, as in, sorry, I have to give you this example because this scripture keeps coming to my mind. Like, even when we talked about the parable of the sower in the Bible, right? You will see that everybody, even the for those of you that know scripture, if you don't know, that's totally fine. It's just an example that comes to my mind. You know, when the word that was like a seed was planted on good soil, some people came back with 30-fold, some people came back with 60-fold, some people came back with 100-fold, right? That's how it works, so it depends on many factors. We are going to give you everything you need within that 18 weeks. If you're able to use it, some people get a job immediately after that 18 weeks. Now, some people, it's afterwards. They do their certification a month after, and then 2 months after their certification, they get their job. Some people, it may take up to 6 months afterwards, right? Some people immediately. So that's the result in, there's no training program that will tell you that, everybody will get the same thing. It's impossible. Even in university, look at us. Like, some people immediately after bachelor's, they've gotten their job. Some of us had to wait. Some of us had to go and do masters, right? But you can be rest assured that what we give you is enough. So begin to reach out to us. 18 weeks, I know it's 4.5 months. It's actually a lot of time. But if you need to do extra 1.5 months for you to be comfortable getting a job, or in total, you've only spent 6 months transitioning, right? Some people, it may stretch a bit to 8 months, but you end up transitioning and you need to get started ASAP. That's the most important thing, okay? So I hope that answers your question. So reach out to us. Please send us a DM. Send us a message. Reach out to one of our program advisors. We're willing and we're able to help you to transition, okay? So I need the person that sent that question about what the company is saying. They need to send it again, please, so that I can quickly answer that question. Which training will you get from Cloudboosta? Okay, I've answered that already. Will it take me? I've answered that. I'm having an issue filling my Bonita form. It's asking me to upload the university. This one, please reach out to us. Reach out to us. A program director will help you resolve that if you're having an issue. Does age matter? Can those over 40 years transition? One of our oldest students has been about, I think she was 50 plus. So age is not a barrier. And in this day where everybody's talking about diversity, right? people want to even have people from different backgrounds to be able to do this whole tech journey thing. So again, don't restrict yourself. We actually have had students that are over 40 in Cloudboosta, and I know one that got a job, even though the person was over 40. So I don't need you to be discouraged by that at all, right? Focus on learning the skills. Every company is looking for people that can solve their problems, can solve the problem in their company. They will surely help you, and you will get your job. Okay. Is cloud computing a role that can be replaced by AI soon? I tell you 100% no. Absolutely impossible. I'm telling you. Listen to my last webinar, and this thing is just about understanding the role that each play. Will AI continue to be relevant in the next couple of years? Of course, yes. But it cannot replace cloud because they are in different places. Yorubas will say Otolaye Mejeji. You know, they are all everybody's playing their own part. So AI cannot replace cloud cannot replace AI. You know, I use AI every day now at work. If I so infused into my work, I'm always excited using AI, right? But AI also needs cloud, right? AI needs cloud. You need a lot of computing power to even be able to process data that comes to AI. So it's underneath, it's the infrastructure of which AI resides on. Okay, don't worry, if you send us a DM, we will tell you what the discount opportunity is, so you're not going to miss out on it. But I'm almost done. I just want to answer the question, which one is more efficient? So I hope I've answered that. So it's not going to be replaced by AI, but listen to my last webinar so that you can get the full gist about that. What is more efficient? Azure, Amazon, Google Cloud? Trust me, we don't do this. We don't pick one. I'm a consultant, and companies ask us this all the time. We don't do that and tell you that this is the best, right? We tell you, what are you looking for? What is your use case? What is your current scenario? And then we actually analyze based on that. So for me, I tell you the reason why we teach AWS, because it has the most services, the newest in the market. They have the largest market share. And we're teaching you AWS with the understanding that you may end up doing Azure. So we won't pick one that this is the best. It depends on the use case, okay? But all of them are really doing amazing work. Does the certification cover me calling myself as a cloud engineer, cloud architect, cloud DevOps? I believe each of them have their roles. What we tell you to that, when you finish us at Cloudboosta, call yourself a cloud DevOps engineer because you've done everything that is related to cloud DevOps, okay? The certification we recommend for you to do is related to cloud engineer, but that's an element of your entire curriculum, which is cloud DevOps engineer. Okay, so we're getting to the end, and I'm going to tell you the offer now. Would you prefer cloud computing to data analytics? Right? I tell you again, it's a situation of everything has their role, right? You can learn both. So why would you data needs clouds to also run, okay? Both of them are in high demand. Data needs cloud to run. I told you about somebody who was already in the world of data, but he didn't get a job until he learned cloud and was able to infuse his cloud and data skills, and then he was able to get a job. So, you know, these days, in fact, people hardly ask for data in isolation anymore. They need you to know something in addition to the data. So I would say, why not do both? Why not do the collab of the two of them? Okay, laptop specification before you start the course, that will send to you. That's not a problem. Send us a DM. Our program director will send that to you. Thank you so much, everyone. 5 minutes to go. There's no age restriction. I've answered all the questions on Slido. Okay, if I ask you to send a question again, please send it again before we finish. Now, this is the offer I have for you at the end. This training is worth over £3,000. Take it from me, compared to other trainings, right? But we're in a class of our own. We give you the best so that you can get the job that you that you deserve after you have put in the hard work. For those of you that stay till the end, we're literally slashing off a whooping £700 for you, right? We're slashing off, and that is a whole lot, guys. That's a whole lot. So if you've listened to me today, you're interested in the training, send CBA AMA to one of our program advisors. Tell them you want to get the discount that I spoke about. You're only going to be paying £2,300 for a training that will go on for 18 weeks. See, I call this a woof. I call this what? A woof, because if you're in the UK, do your calculation, you're going to be spending so many hours with us. 9 to 5 over 18 weeks. I will still be available for you during the week. We'll still give you all the job readiness certification. You cannot see. People finish with us at Cloudboosta and tell us, you know what, I got more value for my money. So for you that stayed till the end, you've been patient enough, you've listened to everything I had to say, you've gotten the gist about this, you're ready to get started, take advantage. I cannot assure you that next quarter is going to be at this rate, at this price. We're just starting the year. Many people have goals. They want to enter into this world, and we don't want finance to be a problem. Imagine £2,300 investment is what you're putting into your future, into gaining the right skill sets that could potentially give you a job with a starting salary of £35,000 annually. So you have to look at, it's not just about what you're putting down. You have to look at what you're going to get back in return after you put that down. So 2,300 for those that listen, send CBA AMA. We're going to put in the chat box to us. With the 2-3, you still have installment plans available. You can pay up to 3 times. And we're here to help you. We're here to support your learning journey. We believe you can do it. You can figure out it. You can figure the skills out with sufficient help, being set in the right context, okay? Take advantage of our woof offer and join us in class. We're starting on Saturday, okay? Reach out to us, reach out to us, reach out to us. And if you have any special questions that I haven't covered today, our program advisors are going to answer. So I've answered every single question, right? I've said it. I've answered every question that came on Slido. It's completely blank. All the questions have been answered. And thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget, send CBA AMA discount, or you just send CBA AMA to one of our program advisors. You get a £2,300 offer. You need to actually pay before 6 p.m. tomorrow. So we're giving you 24 hours, okay? So we're giving you 24 hours to go ahead and do that. So if you want to take advantage of our installment payment plans, just reach out to us, right? We'll give you guidelines on what to do. If you want to take advantage of the discount that we're giving you, then you're going to have to pay in about 2 installments, right? If you're going to pay the full price, you can pay in 3 installments. So just reach out to us. We'll send you our payment documents and then you see it. But please reach out to us. We're here to help you. We can't wait to see you transition, right? The job offers that are out there is not just for one person. And I always say it, like in this, my world of being a cloud DevOps professional, I've had so many recruiters reach out to me, over 300 in the last 3-4 years, right? And this offers is not because I'm good, it's not because of anything, it's because I have the right skills that recruiters need. So when they need you, they will come and find you. And this was the same me that I was looking for a job, you know, when I came into this country and finished my master's, and I was getting loads of rejection. So you might be in that shoes, you're getting loads of rejection. All you need is to upskill, get the right skills that recruiters need, and then you're able to meet their needs. Everyone wants someone that can meet their needs. You're able to solve their problems, and you get that dream job, okay? Right on time. It's 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. It's been 1 hour since we started this conversation. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're looking forward to seeing you in class on Saturday. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and you can do it. Just believe it. You can do it. And we have the pathway that gets you there. Thank you. Bye, everyone.